Hi, I'm Lisa, your Creative Associate with the Creative Schools Initiative. So I have prepared 4 videos for you to enjoy and learn from at your own convenience. In these videos, I explore the benefits of creative arts in various aspects of life, for fostering creative thinking and invention, promoting mental health and well-being, driving social change, and building communities. So don't worry if these topics sound complex right now. I will break them down in separate videos with real-world examples and fun activities. In this video, the focus is on how the creative arts can enhance your creative thinking skills, allowing you to generate creative ideas beyond traditional artistic activities. So first, let's understand what the creative arts are. Think of them as a language for expressing your ideas, emotions, and experiences. Whether you're painting, making music, or storytelling, creative arts are your way of sharing a piece of yourself with the world. Now, what about creative thinking? So it is a bit different. It is about approaching situations, problems, or materials in fresh and imaginative ways. It is the skill that allows you to think outside the box. For instance, instead of seeing a simple box, creative thinking might turn it into a fortress, a robot, or even a time machine. So together, creative arts and creative thinking work harmoniously. Engaging in creative activities not only lets you create something beautiful or interesting, but also trains your brain to think inventively. So these skills extend beyond art. They can also be applied to science, everyday problem solving, and understanding the world around you. It is about expanding your horizons, exploring possibilities, and bringing unique ideas to life. So in essence, by practicing creative arts, you're unlocking your potential to become a creative thinker in all aspects of your life. There are plenty of interesting examples that show how creative arts and creative thinking go hand in hand. So one example that always stuck out with me comes from the old Star Trek TV series, which started in 1966.
These are the voyages of the starship Enterprise. Its 5-year mission: to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before.
In that show, they had these doors that could open and close all by themselves. At the time, it was a very futuristic and new idea, even though the doors were moved by people who were behind the scenes and not by electricity. So this portrayal in a popular TV show ignited the imaginations of countless viewers, including young people who would become designers and engineers. So this collective inspiration led to the development of the automatic sensor doors that have become commonplace in today's world. Here's another example from the movie Back to the Future, which came out in 1985. In the film, they introduced something really interesting called a hoverboard. It was like a skateboard that could fly, and the main character used it to glide through the air effortlessly. Back then, this idea was purely make-believe, something from the future's wildest dreams. However, like the automatic doors, the hoverboard captured the imagination of people all over the world. It became a symbol of what the future could be like with amazing technology. Now, let's fast forward to today. We have actually seen real attempts at making hoverboard-like devices. Companies and inventors were inspired by the movie and started thinking about ways to create personal flying and transportation gadgets. While we don't have hoverboards flying around just yet, the idea from the movie has motivated people to work on new technologies and make them a reality. The final example I want to introduce takes us back to an old book by Jules Verne titled 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. So this novel, published in 1870, is a fantastic adventure story that explores the deep-sea adventures of Captain Nemo and the first ever submarine. What is truly amazing is that this imaginative story didn't just capture readers' hearts, it also inspired real-life advancements in submarine technology. One American inventor, Simon Lake, was particularly influenced by Jules Verne's book. He found inspiration in its pages and used it as a blueprint for his work. Lake went on to design and build the Argonaut, which is considered to be one of the earliest functioning submarines. Isn't it incredible how an imaginative story from Jules Verne's mind became the spark for such an incredible and practical invention? For today's activity, I want you to let your imaginations run wild, just like the amazing underwater adventures in Jules Verne's books or the futuristic gadgets in Star Trek. So here's what we'll do. First, think of a challenge you face or a goal you want to achieve. This could be anything big or small. Now imagine the most fantastic, out-of-this-world way to overcome that challenge or reach your goal. You want to be as creative and futuristic as you can be. Now think about how you want to express this idea. You could write a short story or a comic book, or even draw a picture to illustrate your invention. Now remember, the weirder the better. So before you begin, I'd like to share an example with you. In a previous group, a young student faced the challenge of being too shy to speak up in class. After some brainstorming, he came up with a brilliant idea, a confidence helmet. This magical high-tech helmet, when worn, allowed him to speak any language fluently. It even had a button that projected helpful holographic images and a setting that gave him the voice of his favourite character for extra courage. So as you work, remember that artists and inventors use their creativity to come up with new and inspiring ideas. Just like the magical worlds in books or the futuristic technology in movies, your ideas can be just as creative and inspiring.